right, today we want to talk about how true friendship heals. And this is what it looks like. So, me and Rain were just having a conversation earlier this morning about an experience that she was going through. And we were having a really great conversation. And we just wanted to get on and have that raw conversation here. And both of us could relate. And we've learned a lot from this.
Welcome to our channel. I'm Rain, with over 20 years of experience as an NLP practitioner, light worker, and channeler through divine inspiration, here to help you connect with your true self.
And I'm Mel, an empath, light worker, and connector, passionate about guiding you to set boundaries and thrive.
Together, we bring you weekly tools and insights to support your empath journey.
If you're ready to deepen your connection with self, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Let's dive in.
So, Rain, do you want to share kind of what you've been going through the past week and what you've learned about this?
Yeah, so the past week, what happened was this idea of opening a salon of some kind popped into my world. And I decided I'm going to run with this and do this salon, this nail salon. And it was exactly a week. It's been 1 week. And I started to plan the design, the floor layout and the furniture and all the stuff to do with it and researching the paperwork. And I called a real estate agent. I called an owner of a space and I went and looked at the space and there was this adrenaline rush to get this. And I was so excited. And I haven't been excited in a really long time for something that is grounds on. I was like, I'll get to meet so many people and I'll intuit and help them. And we'll have this and a tarot reader and all these ideas. And due to my upbringing and the belief of you don't share anything with anyone until you're solid, until the project actually comes into full fruition, then you share with your friends and with other people. So I had this program in me since childhood, and I think it's more of a religious or a cultural program that's inside of me, like don't say anything, keep it in. But at the same time, I'm like, I can't take this decision completely on my own. And I've got 4 friends who I completely adore, especially Mel. And so I was like, okay, it was like the first day I called a friend who actually owned a salon in her country. So I'm like, okay, this is safe because it's a business call. It's not sharing. So I was still like in the program in fear, but I called my friend. I'm like, okay, this, there's a space. Let's go look. And I'm like, this is cool. It's a business thing. It's not sharing with a friend. And then slowly I was like, but I was feeling like, I don't know, I want to share with friends. But then the fear, there's this fear that lives inside of me due to past friendships where if I do speak about something, then it's looked down upon or the negatives are shown, or there's more of like, there isn't the energy of go for it. Yes, we support you. And there could be that. And if I don't follow through with it and I end up saying, no, it's not the thing, I just got too excited, then I'd get their reprimanding look, like the look of like, oh, okay, you got us all excited and now you don't want to do the thing, even if it just was like a week long. So there was the fear and the shame. Like, oh my God, I got all these people involved in my dream and they were supporting me. And now I'm pulling back. I'm so ashamed of myself, So now I have to follow through whether I want it or not, because I got all these people involved in my dream and they're supporting me, although I'm the one carrying the weight. So I get all ashamed. So all of this was happening internally from the program and the shame and then I was like, okay. And then I shared it with Mel. I'm like, oh, let me see with Mel, we're business partners, so it's business again, right? So this is okay. Like, there's no way, like, I'm going to tell friends, right? Like, they have to have something else just so that I don't go against the program and the fear. So I shared it with Mel, and she was very positive about it. And I'm like, shit, that's 2 people who are positive and excited about it. And if I back out, I will be able to. I've invested 2 people in this, although they have nothing to do with it. It's just they're supporting me, but that's not how I can see it, right? So then I like buck it up a little more and I call another friend, and she is really great at AI and marketing with AI and tools and all the latest technologies, and how to do it. And she lives in the same place I live in, so she knows the market here. So I got a hold of her. I'm like, again, this is just a business conversation, right? She's a dear friend too. And she was so supportive. And she spent like 3 hours sitting and teaching me AI and what to do and how to do flyers. And I'm like, 3 people now are invested in my dream and I cannot back out. So I had to start pumping myself up to be excited. And then I told my fourth friend, who's my intuitive friend, and she's a friend I've had for years, and she's always supportive. I'm like, oh crap, if I tell her, she's going to get downloads for me, and that's it. She's completely invested. So she was the last person I told, although she's usually the first person I tell anything to, but so I tell her, and she's like, oh my God. And then she has a dream about it, right? And she wakes up and gives me this dream. I'm like, that's it. That is it. 4 people know about this thing. I was not allowed to say anything until the project is built. 4 people know about this. These 4 people are so incredibly supportive. I went and looked at the space again, and it didn't ring the same bell it rang. This was yesterday. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. I looked at the amount of hours and paperwork and employees and the mayhem of it. And I'm like, this is not what I want to do. I don't want to be drenched in this thing. I want to have fun. I want community. That's the reason I was going to open it, is to have just people come in and do all this fun stuff with, but I'm not going to be doing the fun stuff. So then anxiety completely took over yesterday, Mel. It was just like a suffocation of like, oh, I have 4 people invested. Even my kids were invested. They're like, oh, do dance too. And it just grew out of whack and out of control for me in my head. And I was like, that's why you shouldn't share with friends. They're all going to be disappointed. They're all going to look at you differently. They're all going to be like, oh, Rain, she says the thing and doesn't do it, and whatever it is that was going in my head. So last night, in my anxiety, okay, and I started to search the hours, the time, the money, the expenses. I'm like, and the location needs a whole renovation, and started to hyperventilate. I was on the couch and my daughters are like, okay, mommy, breathe. Okay, count to 4, breathe in. All the techniques I've taught them, they were like pouring it out on me. And I'm like, okay. They're like, just don't think about it, go to sleep. Of course, I couldn't do that. So I picked up the phone and sent a message to Mel. She was the first one. I was like, Mel, I'm freaking out. I don't want to do this anymore. And I was I was going to eat up all this time, and I can't cook for I won't have time to cook for my kids or clean or take them out or weekends. And I'm giving excuses so that she can forgive me for taking back my dream and her efforting support of me, And then she sends the most loving message, just like, oh my God, I totally understand. Of course, that's going to take up so much time. That's why I wouldn't do that, because blah, 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 blah. And it's fine. And I was like, what? What? She's okay with that? She didn't invest her time and effort in just encouraging me, and she's supporting me even when I backed out? That blew my mind. I'd never experienced that before. Ever, ever, ever. Right? It blew my mind. And I was like, oh, this is what it's like with an empath friend, to feel that way and to have them just support me anyway. Like, I didn't even understand it because I've never had this kind of friendships before. That's why we're building this platform. But the shock of receiving this from Mel was so mind-blowing that it shifted something inside of me to have such kindness and respect. And she didn't look down upon me. I didn't feel that I was ashamed of myself. If anything, I felt, oh, okay, this is normal. There's nothing wrong with that. And then she shared her story about her experience, which I'm gonna let her share that, But then the next morning I woke up and I sent Bianca like the other woman a message, and she was like, "I totally get it. Yes, of course, it's suffocating. Something easier." I'm like, "This is normal. It's okay. Like, this is really weird." And she's like, yeah, we'll still meet tomorrow and we'll think of something else for you to have fun. And she's like, I totally get it. I wouldn't do it. I'm like, oh, like they wouldn't do it, but they're still supporting my idea and so excited. What are these humans? Who are these humans? And then I sent my best friend, the Jen, and she was all like, oh my God, this is so perfect. This gets you to know what you can and cannot do and what you love and what you don't love. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Everything of my belief until this moment about friendships, and my responsibility of their joy through my joy crashed.
Mhm.
And so I'm hoping this is what we can offer you as gifts with knowing empaths and getting to break your personal program and fears and shame by having your own Mel and your own Jen and your own Bianca and your own Shaz, like your own people that are just like, I love you no matter what, which we don't know. I don't have that experience. So I'm going to let Mel share whatever she wants to share now. Her
I
feedback.
love that. Yeah, this was such a fun conversation to have. And I'm just curious, those of you that are watching right now, if this is something that you can relate to, if you have that wiring and that program in you as well, of like, oh, I don't want to share this stuff. I have to get it all figured out. Otherwise, if I share it prematurely, then I'm going to feel like an idiot if I backpedal, or it's like you feel like you have to have all figured out and then you have to like move forward with it. And then if you don't, it's like, oh gosh, I feel like an idiot, or I feel stupid, or like, and that's what I was talking to Rain about, is like, I'm like, no, like being your friend, I'm like, I actually love being a part of the journey. Like, don't gyp me of that as your friend. Don't rob me of that. Like, I want to know, like, when you're really excited about something. And then if it's like 2 days later, you're like, gosh, I sat with it and I got so much stress and anxiety, where I'm like, yeah, I don't want that anymore. And it's like, that's so fun to be the part of that, and to talk about that, and the conversations, and the like, it's more exciting than like, oh, let's talk about the depressing news today, and let's talk about the weather and the boring stuff. It's like being a part of someone that's really your friend is like the best thing ever. Um, and but I think this program is built, though, is because many of us have tried to do that. We've shared that with people that weren't safe, and this is where the key difference is. So I don't want you, and this is something I didn't want either, to block myself off from like, no, you just can't trust anyone but myself. Like when people say that, it's like those are some serious walls up, and they are limiting themselves from this beautiful flow of give and receive. Yes, I understand. Like you test different things with different people. Like I have certain family members that I don't tell them anything. If you tell them anything positive, it's like it's going to be torn down. It's going to be negative. So it's like, yeah, I know walking into it, I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be hurt if I share certain information with this person, because they're just not capable. Like their mind is wired to look at like to be critical and pessimistic, and to like try to dissect and pull it apart. And I'm sure within them, it's to protect you. Like they feel like they've got to protect you of like, oh, well, did you think about this? And did you think about this? And it's just in a very negative way, which is like, it's just not fun. So it's, yeah, when you can find the right people to share everything with those people. Don't close your heart off to that. Like that's a gift. That's a gift that you're able to give to yourself. It's a gift you're able to like receive, to give, and to flow together. Like it honestly was a gift for me that Rain could have blocked for me from her sharing that with me. And even though she went up and then she changed her mind, it was like, again, there was no energy that I invested into it. It's like, oh, I'm happy while she's in that energy space to share like, oh, okay, yeah, I could see how that could be really fun. And if that's something you want to do, I totally support that. And then it's like, yeah, for me, I realized like, oh, just be a lot of work, like the grind and the doing this stuff and the technical stuff. But that's something you can hire out. So if you don't want to do it, you can hire it out. You can find other people too. And so it's like I was able to share maybe some truths as well. And then it's like that's something that person can sit with. So it's very beneficial to open up to that safe person. But again, it's like finding who those safe people are. But once you find them, it's gold. And the truth is there's a lot of people that haven't found those people, or they haven't tested it. Like maybe they're closed off, or like, nope, I'm not. They've blocked themselves from receiving it. Maybe the people are right in front of them. So open your eyes to that and see, like, am I blocking my heart off and my energy off from connecting with someone that's right in front of me that has always been loving and giving? So you have to kind of soften up a bit your own heart to just be real and truthful, or look at it and be like, the truth is maybe there's a lot of people you surrounded yourself with that are negative and pessimistic, and they can't give that. But it's worth finding that person. And that's the whole reason we are creating this platform, this Connecting Empowered Empaths, bringing people together through friendship pods. Again, the platform's not created yet. We are getting so close. But friendship pods to just find that friend that you can be real with, or creative pods where you can find other creators that are creating beautiful things and beautiful spaces that you can share ideas that you know you're always going to be built up by this person. So if you don't have that in your life right now, and because you've just been you're surrounded by everyone that's in the program, which a lot of us are, and that's okay. But again, open up to see if you have that person naturally already around you. And if so, give them a chance to open up and to share the middle of your journey and in the process, and see how it feels to receive that, and see how much you're going to connect, and it's going to build that bond so much closer together because you're being authentic, you're being real. And I think that's why we're here, is to have these authentic, genuine relationships and connections. That's the most joy I have found, is through deep, meaningful, authentic connections with people. And so don't sell yourself short of missing out on that during your human experience in life because of some hurt and pain that you had. So that's my thoughts
Yeah.
on that. I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
No, it's so interesting how you said that. It's because you've obviously have experienced safe relationships. So there's a code in you that doesn't need to be worked out or fixed or somehow like disentangled, right? So it probably sounded a bit Chinese for me to say, oh my God, like this. And you're like, yeah, of course I would do this as a friend. I would do it for you, but I would never receive it from anyone because that's not my personal experience. To have this experience with you, Mel, and with the other three women it was like compounded. So it isn't only like, oh, it's only with Mel. No, oh no, it's with Mel and this and that and these four people right now, these three people. Okay, it's okay. So this isn't it's not a unique phenomena, but it is a unique phenomena to someone like me who's never experienced it, to only discover that these other humans who would have done what I do, what I would do for them, but they would do it back for me in the most delightful of ways exist. And that's why just having the real empaths, not the fakers, the real ones in your lives, and open up and test, because there's like the wounds start to, and it's not through like meditating and healing that these wounds get kind of untangled. It's through the experience of like, just like, oh, she just responded this with a different response than I've ever heard before. Oh, and something new happens inside. I mean, I have right this moment, this all just happened, last night and today. This is so fresh and clear, but already I am not the same me. Already I feel that I am safe somehow to change my mind any given time, to have a crazy passion and lose it and not lose face and not be a disappointment to others and not be judged, because I have a judger in me saying like, there you do it again. You did the, you did the, and not having that voice mimicked in the outside world back. Right. Or I knew it. I knew it. You know how the I knew it people that come, I knew it all along. And you're like, why didn't I? What's wrong with my intuition? Like there's so many of those, but then you meet these people and you're like, they didn't say any of that stuff. They didn't bring me down. They didn't hurt. There's no hurt. I feel better about who I am than I did prior to speaking to them, which is crazy, because what we're learning, what we keep being taught is you're better with you than anyone else is, to only discover there are people out there that speak to me better than I speak to myself. And that's so delightful. And they're not narcissists. It's not a love bombing phase. They're actually people who are going to love bomb me always. And I'm just going to love bomb them always. And there's no like, I'm love bombing them to manipulate them later, or they're going to gaslight me later. It's just a constant state of love, which is exceptional. And I just through this experience, and since me and Mel have been working on this project, I have shifted so much in my relationship dynamics with myself and with friendships, because I'm starting to feel safer and safer. And it really makes such a difference to feel safe with another human being. It's such a difference, Mel.
Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. Wow. My whole heart is just, I just feel like the warmth of it and the truth of it, and just realizing like you can't get this gift any other way. Like people that are, monks or whatever that are isolating and are alone and aren't doing this deep dive with relationships. It's just this alone and meditation and quiet and stillness. There's different gifts that they're learning for sure that I don't have because I don't put that much time and energy into it. But there's some beautiful gifts, and to be able to like open up, and it's the integrating. This is the integrating part, is like practicing, like feeling safe to like not block off and just open up and feel it. Honestly, it's like it gives you a chance to experience what unconditional love feels like. Of like you said, the love bombing that's used with narcissists, where it's like this game, it's manipulation, it's sick, it's icky, and we're just like, ooh. And the fact you have to be afraid someone's doing something nice for me. And then you realize like some people just want to love, and especially empaths, like they just naturally have that in them to just, they just want to give. They get so much joy into like giving somebody love and seeing that they receive the love. And so much in this world we block. The key is this whole receiving thing. Like we just, like you said, you're like, I love giving it to everyone else because you're that person. You're like, I love giving it, but I wouldn't allow it in. I wouldn't receive it in. And it's because of the fears and because of the hurt that was real hurt that was caused by those closest to you, family, friends, where it's like you did open up to them and give everything and show them, and it was the example, and they just took it and used. So yeah, there's pain that needs to be felt for those people, but don't block yourself off forever. You're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting any. I mean, it's going to hurt someone else a little bit. Like when I want to give someone a gift, if I want to give Rain a gift of my love and she's just like, oh no, I'm good. Oh no, I'm good. It's like, oh, like I really wanted to give that to her because I know in that moment there's going to be a deeper connection and a deeper, like our love is going to go deeper together in this friendship love. And I can't experience that alone. I can't give that to myself. Like, yes, I can give myself love, my own self love. I understand that. It has to start there. But to be able to give and receive with another human, I can't do that unless I have another human to feel what that feels like, to open up, to give, and to see how you receive, and to feel what it feels like when you receive. Like, anyway, I'm just
And
really, it's cool to let it in.
and Mel, it just clicked now because you know how we have the friendship pods and the creative pods? I was actually in both these pods have merged into one pod for me. Like I was in the creative pod with Bianca, my friend who's in AI and marketing, and she's like, and I was helping her heal a lot of like inner wounds and things. So I was doing that freely because that's what I do. I'll just sit with somebody and allow them to do the thing and I'll do whatever without any notion of, well, what's the payback? Then naturally, her kind of system, because she's an empath, she naturally loves somebody. She will help them with their marketing for, although this is her business. And so we were in a creative pod. We were doing creative pod where it's just, we were both just helping each other do this. She's like, just for free, I'll go with you. And with my other friend, she's like, I'll go look at all those places. Let's go look at all the nail supplies. I will free up my time for you. And this woman doesn't have time. But it's that's the magic of that empath soul, and it's like if we're all givers, then can we all receive from the givers? Like, wouldn't that be so amazing if all the givers can unite, and then we can all, like, as givers, do this thing, like open up and be like, okay, you're a giver, I'll receive, but I'm a giver, you'll receive, and it's just constantly like that. And we don't have to open up to anyone else. Like it has to be selective, and
Yeah.
you won't know it, but we're really, really working so hard. You have no idea, on building this platform where you don't have to test all the time whether this is a safe hub or not. We're really making sure that they are safe people and they are givers, but you can choose like what kind of giver resonates. I mean, we won't all resonate with one another, right? Like, but you get to choose the people you want to receive from.
Yeah. And you guys, can you imagine this? Like, really, what we're creating, we're not joking about this. It's like we are truly putting our heart and energy. The focus is on just this new world, this new earth, this new energy that literally and guess what? I'm going to be very clear. This is not open for everybody. This is not including everyone. This isn't a free speech, we accept everyone. Like a lot of platforms try to do that. And they're just like, no, we're not going to limit people. We like that's what the focus is free speech so people can say whatever. And some people are really mean. And guess what? I have zero pain tolerance, zero. And it took me a long time to get here. And this was with me with 100 pain tolerance of just taking pain and like priding myself. Like I can take so much emotional, mental, physical pain, and I would just take it and I would just breathe through it and I would just take it and accept it. I'm over that game. I've learned the lesson from that. I felt that experience. I'm done with it. So this platform is going to be a safe platform. And if there is anyone that tries to sneak in and like, or come in that has any negative energy, you're gone. You're cut off, you're blocked. So yes, if you want to come to a place where it's just, it's a safe playground to play, to find friends where everybody is safe, everybody is kind, you just find one that you have stuff in common that has like the energy level. Like I'm more high energy. So maybe that's too much for someone that's like a good, kind-hearted person that just wants slow or like, like that's okay. There's no shame there. And you just find that person. So we are building this platform with only those people there. So when you come, oh my gosh, everyone, and most likely you'll want to be friends with everyone. It's just like, I only have so much time. So you get to choose the best of the best for you, where your energy is, and jive with each other through friendships, through how you want to create together and come together and play and build something beautiful together. So we're creating a whole platform. And right now it's online, so we can get people globally all over. But me and Rain we have some calls of talking about a retreat. We're talking about doing retreats. The first ones are probably going to be in Costa Rica. We're talking about the first of next year, maybe like February or March or something. And so we're going to put that together with small groups of women. So if that's something you're interested in, so that way we can meet in person, because that's the best of the best. So we're going to start like this, where we can chat, get to know each other. And then it's like, and then you can kind of test it out that way till you build that up. And then, okay, I've got to see this person in person. I want to hug them. I want to dance with them. I want to play, and then strengthen the relationships. I'm telling you, life doesn't get any better than that. You can experience unconditional love through women, friends in a safe way. And we're so excited about this.
Yes, we really, really, really are. And we are benefiting from this. So we started this a year ago. And due to how our friendship, what we've gone through in the friendship and how much we've both had the freedoms with each other to be whoever we were at every moment. And there was no shaming or judging the other in it. It was just curiosity and being there and figuring out, well, how much more can I be there for that person now? Like, and it's not only me thinking that, it's Mel thinking that. Like, it's two people thinking, how much more can I be for that person in their moment? Can you imagine how timeline shifting, paradigm shifting that experience is to have? And we truly, from the bottom of our hearts, would love every one of you to have that experience, so that it can shift for you internally, so that it just naturally does, because you're experiencing it. You're not trying to like do the affirmations to download anything. You're in the act of it itself. And so slowly in the act of it, everything, even the memories have to shift and change. The neuron connections change, and there's this safety that comes in. You're like, I have backup. I have people that will do whatever whenever I need them. And I will do that for them. Like, that's it. And then you kind of feel more solid, like your spine feels straighter a little bit. Like today, I tell you, I feel like my spine is straighter. I feel like I am loved. And it doesn't matter if I can't pick a project for the life of me. Like, that is not my worth, because my worth has always been attached to my work. Right. So this was also, there was that one that was breaking. My worth is my work. I have to prove myself. But then one week, I was like, yeah, I'm going to prove myself. Next, I'm like, I don't want to prove it this way. Right. And my worth was attached to that. What are they going to think of me? Am I bad at work? Am I not a good businesswoman? Like, there's so much attached. And just like that, all of it fell to the floor. Everything floating up and just went. I was like, they don't care. They don't care. All they care about is that I feel good, that I'm cool. I want to work my ass off 24 hours a day and open a business and just be overwhelmed with all that. They're like, go ahead. If it makes you happy, we support you. How can we help you? None of them sat and said, You're going to get overwhelmed. It's disgusting. It's horrible. I don't even know if you can breathe after that. You're going to lose your nothing. They were just like, oh my God, you're dreaming? Oh, dream. We are with you. Call us every minute of the day. Share your dream. We're good. The dream died? Great. Fabulous. Kill the dream. Like there was nothing. Kill it. Murder the dream. Okay. You know? So, yes, this is something we would love you all to experience and to grow through. And I am blessed every day to have Mel in my life and the other friends too, and to have this business with Mel and having this shift my entire paradigm about humanity and humans and interacting with humans. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. And yeah, and it takes just diving in and feeling those feelings and emotions that come up. And then people that are like, oh, I'm on my healing journey. I got to do healing. I got to do all this stuff. Like, we try to say, let's not be healing. Let's not use the word where we're trying to be healing. But the truth is coming in like this experience, like she's shifting. Look at the self-discovery or whatever you want to word. It's like, if you want to use the word healing, sure. Like she was healing a part of herself or self-discovering or opening up or freeing or whatever. Interchange the words. It doesn't matter. The point is, she's shifting, she's growing, she's accepting more love in. And that's what all of us want and need. And this is the best way to do it, is to jump in and start connecting with other people that are safe and opening up your heart and opening up your authenticity. And what do you want to create? And what do you want to build? And who do you want to hang out with? And what do you want to do? And we're all here to be here together and work through these things in a fun, playful way. Like what a fun, gosh, if this is called healing, this is a fun way to do it. Like just more gentle, or I don't know. It's just feels good, I think.
Yes, I agree. It's an easier way to do it. It's less egoic mind involved. It's just taming the fears, breaking the fears, releasing the fears, basically. Releasing the program without the ego trying to release the program, because the ego is the program. So it's like so upside down what we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we give you permission to start receiving. And if you guys have that friend already, or you think you do, open up to it, test it out, and just realize that person is gold. And you'll realize there's a lot of mean people out there. So like, if you find that at least one person, know that you are so much above so many people. So be grateful for it. Have gratitude for that. And then open up and to see the levels, just like Rain, like just shift. She said, she's like, my spine, like I feel like I can, and the cool thing is she has her sovereignty. So through this experience, she's able to like work through a dream or a vision and go through all of it. And then her be able to decide versus someone's negative input that's like, oh, that's a bad idea. And then she's like, oh, it's a bad idea. And she's making the decision from fear. Even if it was the right decision, it should never be based on fear. And in fact, you're going to hold that. And then maybe you'll have resentment towards that person because that parent that's like, oh, that's a dumb dream. That's a dumb idea. You're not going to make money doing that, being a professional juggler or whatever. Let's get you in the school. Let's get you in this, be a doctor, do a whatever. Like, let the person come up with that on their own is the biggest freedom, the biggest gift, the sovereignty. And so like when you have a friend that, like she said, you've got to experience that they love you when you're like, I'm going to do this thing. And then you're like, I want to kill the dream. They're like, we love you, whatever you want to do. We support you. I'm happy to share any of my information, resource, knowledge, whatever you want, if that's what you want to do 100%. And if you want to kill it, I'll support you in killing it and crying through it and mourning the loss or whatever it is. That is the ultimate. So again, if you don't have that already, if you do, cherish it, be grateful for it, open up more to that friend and connect and bond. If you don't, know that's what we're creating right here. Come to us, send us an email right now as we're building it so you can be on our email list. So when it launches, you're the first to know and you're ready to know about. And we've got resources, support to help you individually heal those inner wounds that you're afraid of. If you're like, I'm just too afraid to even be on a pod and to talk to anyone because I've been so hurt, that's okay. That's fair. We went through that. We have support and resources you can do alone to heal that until you're ready to be like, okay, I want to slowly open up to one person and then maybe more. It's all at your own time and pace. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. So connect with us. In the description, we're going to have, we'll have links to free resources for you. We do have a private Facebook group right now until our thing is launched. If you want to join that for now, in the meantime, where we're connecting with other women empaths, we'll let you know when our platform is launched. Just, send us a private email or connect with us through these other ways as well. And we're just excited for you on your journey and give you permission to live and love and receive and let it all in. Thank you for being here.